Remembered one day in particular, the worst of the fighting, when his plane had been caught in the midst of a pack of enemy planes. In one of his letters he had confessed to her that he often felt fear, and only a few days before this battle he had received her answer, "Of course you feel fear. All brave men do. Next time you doubt yourself, I want you to hear my voice reciting to you, 'Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me.'" He had remembered, and it had renewed his strength. Now he was going to hear her real voice. 4 minutes till 6. A girl passed close to him, and Lieutenant Blandford started. She was wearing a flower, but it was not the little red rose they had agreed upon. Besides, this girl was only about 18, and Hollis Manuel had told him she was 30. "What of it?" he had answered. "I'm 32. He was 29. His mind went back to the book he had been reading in training camp, of human bondage. It was, and throughout the book were notes in a woman's writing. He had never believed that a woman could see into a man's heart so tenderly, so understandingly. Her name was on the bookplate, Hollis Manuel. He had written, she had answered. Next day she had been shipped out, but they had gone on writing. For 13 months she had faithfully replied. When his letters did not arrive, she wrote anyway, and now he believed she loved her and that she loved him. But she had refused all his pleas to send him her photograph. She had explained, "If your feeling for me has any reality, what I look like won't matter. Suppose I'm beautiful. I'd always be haunted by the feeling that you have been taking a chance on just that, and that kind of love would disgust me. Suppose I'm plain, and you'd admit that this is more likely, then I'd always fear that you were only going on writing because you were lonely and had nobody else. No, don't ask for my picture. When you come to New York, you shall see me. Then you shall make your decision." 1 minute to 6. The lieutenant's Blandford's heart leaped. A young woman was coming towards him. She was tall and beautiful. Her blonde hair lay back in curls from her delicate face. Her eyes were blue as flowers. In her pale yellow suit, she was like springtime come alive. He started towards her, forgetting to notice that she was wearing no rose. Then she saw Hollis Manuel. She was standing almost directly behind the girl, a woman well past 40, her graying hair tucked under a worn hat. She was more than plump. Her thick ankle feet were thrust into low-heeled shoes, but she wore a red rose on her rumpled coat. The girl in the yellow suit was walking quickly away. Blandford felt as he was being split into two, so keen was his desire to follow the girl, yet so deep was his longing for the woman whose spirit had truly companioned and upheld his own. And there she stood. He could see that her pale, plump face was gentle and sensible. Her eyes had a warm twinkle. Lieutenant Blandford did not hesitate. His fingers gripped the warm copy of A Human Bondage, which was to identify him to her. This would not be love, but it would be something precious, a friendship, for which he had been and must be forever grateful. He squared his shoulders, saluted, and held the book out towards the woman. Although even while he spoke, he felt the bitterness of his disappointment. "I'm Lieutenant John Blandford, and you are Miss Manuel. I'm so glad we can meet. May I take you to dinner?" The woman's face broadened in a tolerant smile. "I don't know what this is all about, son," she answered. "That young lady in the yellow suit, she begged me to wear this rose on my coat. And she said that if you asked me to go out with you, I should tell you she's waiting for you in the restaurant across the street. She said it was some kind of test."